This video is a too long didn't read to help clarify what happened at the Gamers Forgiving Halo 5 tournament and where the Halo amateur scene goes from here. I'm putting this over a gameplay I recorded a few days ago to firstly give you something to look at, and secondly to keep me from rambling. So first, what happened? The staff did test the setup the night before and didn't run into any issues. A lot of people were confused as to why there wasn't a local server from 343, but a local server requires a few days to actually set up, and Gamers Forgiving couldn't get the venue that far in advance, so they were forced to rely on 343's dedicated servers. And we all know how dedicated those are. So we show up to the venue bright and early and start trying to warm up, and sure enough, no one can get into custom games with each other. After some resets and some basic troubleshooting, it became apparent that this wasn't a simple issue. The G4G staff began troubleshooting from the network side, trying to use the same internet connection as the streamers, and even going as far as resetting the network across the entire venue, pausing the entire Bring Your Own Console LAN party, but still running into the same error. Even after being in direct contact with 343 and sending packet captures to the network engineers, the problem could not be pinpointed. 343's likeliest suggestion was that the error resulted from a recent server patch on their end. So, with all other options expended, G4G actually went out and attempted to find another venue to host the tournament, pay to use it, and move the equipment over to playtest and see if the problem would be fixed at all. All of this between 12 and 3 a.m. Unfortunately, after all of this, no stable solution could be found, and the event was cancelled. Thankfully, the amazing streamer CrazyMiller managed to get a small LAN going at his house that Sunday to salvage the weekend for some of the Halo players. So the outcome from all of this? This is not on Gamers Forgiving. They were faced with an impossible task from the start, and they worked tirelessly to try and make the event work. The real problem in all of this? Where the hell is LAN play? Anyone else remember how we had LAN back in 2001? So if you're throwing shade at a charity organization who's been doing amazing work for the past 8 years, stop. But what do we do? As an amateur scene, we don't really wield a lot of power when it comes to asking for things from 343. And lately I've seen a lot of amateur players saying that they'll no longer be attending events. And while I can understand the frustration, trust me, I was there, that really doesn't solve the issue. In fact, it actually makes things worse. As a community, we need to band together and keep plowing through the BS, because that's how we grow. And the only way for us to truly grab a large organization's attention is to be a big enough voice. So if you're an amateur Halo player, please stick it out with us, because together we can start rebuilding this community. Throwing hate and blame only tears us down, but acknowledging what needs to change and being willing to lift your share of the weight moves us forward. Should we tweet at 343 and let them know there's a problem that needs to be fixed? Yes. But instead of constantly focusing on the negatives, we need to look at how we can continue to build up the Halo scene even while this problem persists. EGLX is coming up on April 29th in Toronto, and while you may not be able to attend, spread the word, tweet the stream, let's support each other. Let's make Halo great again.
Sniper rifles on the field. Red carrier spot. Blue carrier spot. Red flag returned. Red carrier spot.
You claim it's love that you never started. You once destroyed a broken heart that was already shattered. Holding on to what we have to take us to the edge and back. Holding on to what we have to take us to the edge and back.
Rocket launchers on the field. Red flag.
Broken heart that was already shattered. Holding on to what we have, you take us to the edge and back. Holding on to what we have, you take us to the edge and back.
Gamers Forgiving did end up offering everybody either a full pass refund or free skybox tickets for the last day of the event. which honestly is pretty much the best thing they could have done in the situation, and honestly is a little bit more than what they probably really needed to do. There are links below to check out all the amazing stuff that Gamers for Giving actually did manage to accomplish this weekend, in spite of the Halo tournament being a complete disaster.